National Women's Health Month, a time dedicated to encouraging women to prioritize their physical, mental, and emotional well-being. And happy Mother's Day to all the moms on Sunday, of course. We're here to discuss what women should not shrug off when it comes to their health. So joining me now is Dr. Louise Flores, gynecologist and obstetrician, HCA Florida Healthcare. Thank you so much for being with us.
Pleasure.
Us women are often caretakers, and we don't want to neglect our own health because we have to be healthy first. So talk a little bit about a normal pap smear, what we should be looking for. When should patients be concerned after having their annual visit?
Sure. So a pap smear is done every year, so it can be done every 3 or 5 years, and but most of the time will be normal. So about only 4 or 5% of the patients will have abnormal pap smears, and so the good thing is that most of the patients will be regular pap smears every 3 or 5 years. So, for example, if a patient has a low-grade lesion or low-grade malignancy, they will do a pap smear every 6 months or so, maybe do a biopsy later on. And so definitely the patient needs to be seen in 6 months or a year or so, just to make sure that they follow up.
Pelvic pain is something a lot of women just want to dismiss, you say. Why is it important to bring this up with your doctor?
Well, it can be a lot of things. So from a GYN standpoint, most of the patients will have like benign symptoms, benign pathologies. Most of the time will be like fibroids or endometriosis that can be treated easily with medications or even surgery sometimes. So it's very important that you talk to your gynecologist or primary doctor to make sure that we have a follow-up, maybe ultrasound or any imaging studies. Occasionally the patient may have maybe some surgery. So definitely talk to your doctor. Make sure that you go yearly to see your doctor, make a good pelvic examination and order some tests, some imaging studies. And most of the patients will do very well. Most of them will need, some of them will need surgery. So just make sure that you see at least every year.
It feels like, my generation, some generations around me, talking more and more about perimenopause, menopause, and being more open about it and making sure that we don't go through those times and we aren't miserable and it's just a part of life. What do you want people to know about maybe some misconceptions?
Well, definitely. So it's not. Some patients will think, oh, that's it's very bad, and there's no treatment for that. Definitely, there's some treatment.
There's things that you can do to be very comfortable.
So you should start very early, as soon as you have some menopausal symptoms like vaginal dryness, hot flashes, night sweats, and just talk to your doctor, and they'll take care of you. And there are very good treatments like oral pills, for example, vaginal pills as well. They work very well, and so you can use pills, patches, vaginal pills for some of the symptoms. Just make sure that you don't have any other complaints that, or like irregular bleeding, for example, that we need to make some tests or some biopsies as well.
And hormone replacement therapy, it's made a lot of progress over the years. I know something my mom always was taught that it was such a bad thing, but wow, it's really made forward steps.
So now that we know that it's very safe, very effective for patients. So the patient should start at least 10 years before 60 years, before 60 years. So as soon as they have some symptoms, just start treatment. Talk to your doctor. There are very good treatments, like I said before, oral pills, vaginal pills, even like estrogen vaginally. And so it's very safe. The rates are very low, although we know some patients that will take only estrogen pills may be increased risk of blood clots or a stroke, very minimal possibility for that. But always make sure that you have routine exams. Talk to your provider. There are very good treatments for that, and be open about it.
Talk to your girlfriends, talk to your mom, talk to your coworkers, and don't be afraid to say, I was telling you just before this newscast, I booked my annual appointment, my mammogram, so share that with people and remind them that they should do that as well. Doctor, really good information. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
Sure.
Always good to share when we can. Thanks for being with us. More information and to watch this interview again, because he had a lot of really good information on WPBF.com, or you can download our free app. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
Sandra? No, yes, Sandra.
Well, before we get to Sandra, we want to talk about her.